Hey there, Christine. How's it going? This is Courtney, and I'm just going to record this video because I wanted to just give you more insight on your business. And I'm just going to give you a couple of things that you can do that can help to improve or grow your online presence in your business. And I also wanted to get into some SEO too, because I know that's what you wanted to get more information about. So this video won't take super long. I'm just going to get straight into it and everything, and let me know if you have any questions or want to know anything more deeper. But yeah, let's get into this. So the two things I'm going to go over with you in this video are content and backlinks, and these are things that are a couple of things that are important to a business to have for e-commerce. These are just a couple of things that are important to have. And lots of business owners, they're way too busy just focusing on their other things, and sometimes it can be a drag to have to focus on this and that and other things, so this is just to give you some insight in case you're not really aware. Okay, so content, right? So most business owners know that they need content, but a lot of them don't know that Google actually wants for there to be at least 1,500 words on the homepage. And not only that, your content wants to have the right keywords, right? So Google does this because it gets them to know your business a lot better and its purpose, right? So I went ahead, and in terms of what I mean by content, so Control Alt. So everything you see, I know it's a tad bit difficult to see, but everything that you see that's highlighted are things that Google takes a look at when it scans your website, even the photos. So you want to make sure your photos are also saved with special keywords. And Texas, this is a good example. So you want to make sure all your photos have those things on them. And after that, I went ahead and did a website counter, and you guys are sitting at 733 words at the moment, right? And another thing I did is I actually found you guys like a competitor, and these guys do quite a bit. You're probably aware of them, American Spoon, but these guys are one of your top competitors right now. And I went ahead and I did the exact same thing for them, and they're sitting at 523 words, right? So slightly less. They have a little bit less than you guys. You guys put a little bit more work in your content than them. And just to give you a little bit more insight on keywords, in case you're not too familiar or you kind of like a little refresher on it. So keywords are basically special words that people search up each month to help resolve their issues, concerns, just things they want to get help on. And some of those keywords, not all keywords are created equal, right? And I'm actually going to give you like a little bit more insight on what I mean by that. So let's take a little bit over here. This is Ahrefs. This is a tool that I can use that essentially gives me like the behind the scenes of what Google looks at when it comes to ranking a website. And we came over here for a couple of things. One of them being I wanted to take a look at your keywords, right? So you guys are at the moment are ranking for 43 keywords at the moment. So we're going to take a look at what some of those are. Not all of them, but just some of them. All right. Okay. And as you can see, these are some of the keywords that you guys are ranking for at the moment. And just to give you like a little bit of more detail, volume is how many people are searching up this keyword a month, and traffic is how many people are actually getting to your website because of this keyword, right? So here we are right now. 19. Okay, and then we're just going to take a look at your competitor, right? Your competitor, American Spoon, and I know like they're sitting at over 11,000 words. That's okay. We don't have to match everything. That you don't have to have like all of the keywords and everything that they have, but this is just to give you an idea of something that's done differently. So this is how many keywords they're ranking for, and then scrolling down a bit. All right, so these are some of the keywords that they're ranking for at the moment, right? Berry, compote, ricotta, and as you can see, their volume is insane, right? So just imagine if I know sometimes you said that you guys do new flavors and stuff. So this is a good way for you to learn about new flavors that you can do, and just give you better ideas. And berry compote is very, very popular, right? So just imagine if you added, this new flavor to your website, right? You could be getting a traffic of at least 300. So this brings in a traffic of 390. Just imagine, all of that traffic coming to you guys, right? And so right here, you see that they have their American Spoon. So one of the things that I do want to discuss is, like I said before, keywords are not created equal. So some of them are a lot more powerful than others. It's okay to have some keywords with your names, but you don't want it to be your main focus, because you don't want people to just be finding you because of your name, right? Not everybody's going to know your name, so you want to be able to have other keywords, like these right here, into your on your website, so that you can attract people who also don't know who you guys are. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of show you an example of something of like one of the keywords. I'm going to take a keyword and then I'm going to place it into Google, right? And then on this page, what we're going to go over is looking at the results, right? So all of these different results, and if you'll notice that a lot of these are recipes, and that goes into the next thing I like to talk about, is like blogs, right? Blogs are really beneficial for e-commerce websites to have, and it's something that I would highly recommend for you guys, because it also drives like so much traffic to you guys. It drives so many people to you, so that's something that you can consider, right? So you guys have these types of keywords on your website, and you could be popping up over here as well. So so that's like one of the things I wanted to talk about with that. And then like the last thing I wanted to discuss with you are backlinks and or link juice. And this is the third pillar that will really help you to get more people in your doors and get Google to show your guys' business a lot more. And link juice is basically when one website links to another. So when we searched up this keyword right here, you guys aren't really popping up or anything, and it boils down to quite a few things. And one of the things being, we want to talk about backlinks, right? And a backlink is basically, a backlink is basically how you get more authority on Google, which is what Google looks at. They look at your authority, right? And it basically works like this. So you'll have site A that's pointing to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. It's kind of like a vote of confidence, right? And in Google's eyes, this is passing authority. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. So for example, if you get like recipes or or blogs about or other blogs about jam, or if you get certain articles about jam linking back to you guys, that's great, but you don't want something from like a veterinary hospital, or something from like a pizza store or something like that, because you guys don't sell pizza and you don't really do anything with animals, right? So you want to make sure the backlinks that you guys get are more relevant. And just to give you like a better idea, this going back to arrows over here is also gives us insight to backlinks, right? And you guys are sitting at 158 at the moment, and that's actually it's not too bad, but it's not too bad at the moment. And then we're going to take a look at your competitor, right? All right, so your competitor does have a lot, and they have over 10,000 backlinks, and not saying like you have to go after every single one of them, but this is just a good idea just to know that you can improve, you can grow, you can get better, because there's something out there, right? So how we would actually, you're probably wondering, well, how the heck do I even get backlinks or anything? And one of those ways to do that is, we will use tools like Eris, and then we will which actually gives us access to the backlinks, all of the backlinks that your competitor has. And what we would do is we can see exactly what they have. So we would go for those same links for your business. And excuse me, and we will go for those same links for your business because we want to think about, so success leaves clues, right? So we want to follow that. We want to follow that so that we can also get the same. Because if it works for them, why wouldn't it work for you, right? So yeah. Once again, in closing, we went over a couple of things, which is content. You want your your homepage. You want that to be at least 1,500 words, and then we talked about link juice. You want more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you're the authority. And if you implement these strategies, you guys can start, striving a lot more with like Google and getting more people in your doors, right? So, with that, like Dennis said, this video, all right. So after that, so now it's like these are things that you can, do on your own, if you so wish to. But if want a more effective route and you want to save yourself the time, obviously, we can chat about this. I'll also bring it up a bit on our proposal coming up. But yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, just you can text me 218-517-5513. I know you said that text is better for you. Yeah, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have an awesome day. Bye. I'm sorry. There was one thing I forgot to mention, but for the blogs, you do have the option of also doing it for recipes because there are tons of people who look up, jam recipes. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. It doesn't have to be recipes. It could just be blog posts about other things related to jam, but that's just an idea that you can think about. But yep, have a nice day. Bye.